Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing another homeschool video for you guys. We are going to be talking about what my plans are as far as how our day is going to flow this coming school year, our schedule, and all of that good stuff. I am the type of person who really likes to have everything scheduled out. I like to have times that we have planned to do things, but also my daughter is just going into kindergarten and I'm not taking it too seriously, and I am going to just kind of be going with the flow. But I did want to just come up with a general schedule for us to keep us on track and just to reference if we are bored or just to make things easier for us once we start school. So I thought I would go ahead and share with you guys what we have planned and how our day is going to look. If you're interested in seeing that, then just keep watching. Alright, so like I said, I like to have my day pretty planned out just to keep us on track, make sure that we are covering all of the things that we need to cover for that day. And also for my family, I just find it's much easier for us to have some kind of schedule or routine to get through our day. I feel like when we don't have anything planned or we don't have any schedule or routine in place, the kids get bored a lot more easily. It tends to just not flow as smoothly as normal. So I really like to have some sort of schedule, and I think it really actually helps my kids because they know what is expected, what we're going to be doing that day, and if they don't know what they're supposed to be doing, then they can reference the schedule too, and it kind of gives them an idea of something that they can do. I'm not super specific on like which activities they're going to do at that specific time or anything. It's just a general idea of how our day is going to flow. So the first thing I did is I just made a school day schedule, and this is just our entire day, how it's going to look from the time we wake up until the time we go to bed. And I do have times on here, but the only one I'm really going to stick with is that we're going to start school at 9 a.m. Other than that, these times are just going to kind of depend on the day and how things are going. But generally, my daughter usually wakes up around 6:30. But our wake up, out of bedtime is going to be 7:30, and then we're going to go ahead and start our morning routine. So for my morning routine, the kids both, when they get up, they make their bed, they get dressed, they brush their hair, they take care of their hygiene. And then we have breakfast, and then after breakfast they brush their teeth, and then we're all going to do chores. So I kind of changed our chores a little bit just to make them flow a little bit better. So in the morning we're going to have chores, and in the evening we're going to have chores, and we're going to split them up so that we're all helping each other. And so we'll do that together, and then once we're done with our chores, however much time we have between finishing our chores and 9 a.m. when we start school, their kids are just going to read or have some free time, quiet time, and we're just going to kind of relax, and that will give me time to prepare anything I need to prepare for school or get anything else I need to get done that I didn't get done in the morning. And then for myself, I am planning on getting up around 6 because I do like to go out in the morning on a walk, and I just need a little bit of time for myself before we get into school. So I am planning on getting up at least an hour before the kids get up so that I can get most of my stuff done. But if I need to do anything else, then we should have time after we finish our chores before we start school. So that is kind of how our morning is going to look. And then like I said, at 9 a.m. is when I want to start school. So for my daughter's school schedule, again, she is in kindergarten. So I'm not planning on spending a whole lot of time doing school with her, so I added other things on here you'll see. But we will start with morning board and affirmations, and I've shown my morning board in my school plan video as well as my schoolroom tour. So if you haven't seen those, go ahead and check that out. But basically we're going to cover the calendar, what day it is. We're going to talk about the days of the week. We are going to talk about the weather. We are going to discuss the season, how she's feeling that day. And then every week we're going to have a letter of the week, a number of the week, and a color or shape of the week. So we will go over those as well. And then we will also do some affirmations in the morning, and we will work on some sight words. And then I also printed a morning starter for her. This is something I didn't do with her last year, but I just thought it might be a good thing for us to try. So I have just her name on here, so every morning she will practice writing her name. And then it says today is, which we'll cover in our morning board, so she'll circle whatever today is. And then it says tomorrow is, and then it says yesterday was, so I will help her with all of those because I want her to start practicing the days of the week and today, tomorrow, and yesterday. And then she will write whatever her letter is of the week, uppercase and lowercase. She will write the number of the week and then she'll spell it out, and again I will help her with that. And then if we have a shape of the week, she will draw the shape. And yeah, so we're gonna try this out and see how it goes. And then when she is done with her morning starter and we're done with all of our morning board and affirmations and all of that stuff, then we will get into her workbook. So if you want to see how we're doing the workbook and how I'm doing all of her subjects, then go ahead and check out my school plan video because I go into all of that in there. But we're gonna go ahead and do her morning work, or her workbook, which shouldn't take very long at all. I'm expecting it to take maybe like 15, maybe 20 minutes at the most. And then once we do her workbook, we are going to do some independent play. So that will be her time to go to the stations and play with her Legos, her blocks, whatever I have set up around the room. It will just be her time to go do free independent play, whatever she feels like doing that day. And then after that, we will have some outside time just to get her energy out. We have a playground in the backyard, so she'll probably play out there. We might go in the front on a bike ride. Maybe we'll go for a walk, something like that, just something outdoors. And then once she's all done with that, she will have a little bit of free time to play on her tablet. We have some educational apps on her tablet like ABC Mouse, Khan Academy Kids, and Teach Your Monster to Read that she really likes, so that will give her some time to do those things. And then we will do some kind of unit study. So again, I discussed this in my plan video, but we will be doing units this year. So for example, we're starting out with space, so we'll discuss whatever it is that we're learning about with space that day, and if there's an activity we're going to do, we'll go ahead and do that then. We might watch a movie, we might do an experiment, whatever we feel like that day. I do have some things planned out, but I'm kind of just going to plan this out as I go, and we'll see how that goes. But that will be our unit study time. And then from 12 to 1 will be about our lunchtime. That's usually when my husband gets to take lunch from work, and so I want to be able to have us all have lunch together. I think that that'll be really nice. And then whatever time we have after that will be free time. And then at 1 o'clock, we will do the rest of school, which will be her reading, and that will be her practicing her Bob's books. So again, I talked about the Bob's books in my planning video, and they won't take very long. It takes maybe 10 minutes at the most for her to read one of her Bob's books. So that's pretty much takes us through our entire school day. So we should be done around 1:30 at the latest is what I'm thinking, but again, this is just a general guideline for me. I'm not going to stick to this super strict, but around 1:30 is when I'm expecting to be completely done with our school day. And then from 1:30 to 3, she will have quiet time, and that is when she picks an activity to do in her room, either reading, she can take a nap, she can play with her Legos, she can draw, whatever activity she picks, but she does it in her room, and that gives me time to do my schoolwork because I am in school as well. So I do my schoolwork during that time, or I work on YouTube, or I clean, whatever needs to get done. And then at 3 o'clock, we will all come back together, and she'll have a snack, and I will do a read aloud. So we actually started doing read alouds over the summer, and we're really enjoying them. Right now we're doing Charlotte's Web, and she really likes hearing the books, and we've really been enjoying doing it as a family. So I thought that that would be nice to do while she has her snack. And then once we are done with that, we will have some kind of outing again, either a walk, a hike, going to a park if they're open, gardening, anything outside. I just think it's really good to get some fresh air, especially when we're at home all the time and there's less things that we can be going out and doing right now. So we will do that after our snack. And then if there's any unfinished work that we didn't get to do during our school day, then we will do that after we are back from our outside time. I'm not really expecting her to have to do anything because, like I said, it's not going to take very long. She's in kindergarten, so we're not doing anything super involved. But if we started a science experiment or something, then we might have to finish that up. So we'll go ahead and finish up anything we didn't finish. We'll clean up the classroom, clean up any messes that we made, pick up after ourselves, and then she has free time until dinner. So at 5 is about the time we'll start our night routine. We'll have dinner. The kids will shower, they'll do their evening chores, and they'll do anything they need to do to get ready for bed. So put on their pajamas. If they want to prep something for the next day, they can do that. Like sometimes my son likes to make overnight oats for himself in the morning. So if we need to do anything like that, we'll prep it the night before. And then once they're all done with all of that, they have free time to watch TV and play video games. So something I've struggled with is video game and TV time and how much I want them to be on those things and using electronics. So especially with my daughter, since she is home all day, I noticed a lot last year. There were a lot of times when I'd be busy doing something, and so she was watching TV quite a bit, a lot more than I would like her to. And so this way I've decided, and she's aware, that we are not having any TV or video game time until the very end of the day. After all of their chores done, everything is done, then they can have video game and TV time until their bedtime. We have them go to their rooms at 7:30, but they don't necessarily have to go to sleep at 7:30, so they just go in their rooms at 7:30 and they can read or draw or whatever, just relax. And they go to bed usually by 9 o'clock. My oldest goes to bed usually around 9. My daughter will usually fall asleep around 8. So that is pretty much how we have our day planned. And then once the kids are in bed, then it's free time for us. So I get any of the other cleaning done that we didn't get to finish, or any prep I need to do for the next day, and then we just relax. So that is kind of what I have planned for this upcoming school year. I think it's going to work out pretty well. I tried to make it very general, like with the free time and the outside time, so that we're not, you know, sitting here looking at a schedule like, okay, at this time we have to do this specific thing, and then we have to do this specific thing. It's very open to any changes we need to make, or once things start opening, if we have a field trip, we can easily add it in here. If we decide to join a co-op later in the year, we can add that in here. So I didn't want to have anything too strict, but I definitely wanted to have some kind of guide for us to follow. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. If it was, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more, and I will see you guys in the next one.